Okay, we're back for stream part 2. We're gonna look at the items or the heroes. We're to look at the items. I should have put Crusader's Take in my title. Maybe I'll change that later. It doesn't matter. It's, just to let people know this is a pub perspective. And that doesn't matter at all. We're just covering the patch for fun. Just see the big changes, see what's new in our game, see how the game's going to change. It's going to play exactly the same or a little bit different. So I didn't do neutral item changes yet, so we'll look over that, but not too much. I'm not that interested. Like shield barrier dip increased, like it still doesn't really matter. Tier 1 availability change from general changes. Tier 1 availability. I'm more interested in like the hero changes, like is Phantom Assassin viable now? Stuff like that. Or did she get nerfed after all that? So it's like Tier 1 availability change from 5 minutes to 0 minutes. That's kind of cool. We can Maststone crafting cost for Tier 1 items increase from 5 to 6. That's good, but it's less confusing because you're always like, when do I get my neutral item? Then you're always laning and you forget, and you're like, oh, this guy already has a neutral item. I forgot about that. So it's like it's cool that you can just get it from the start, but it's like that also might make people want to hit jungle camps fast, small camps over there. Get your neutral before the enemy team does. Artifact changes. Number of artifact choices increase from 4 to 5 for tier 2 to 5. Cool, you get more choices. Shield wall damage barrier increased from 140 to 160. Shield wall movement speed reduction increased from 12 to 20. Okay, doesn't really matter. Chip damage return to attacking creeps decreased from 20 to 15. That makes you farm slower. So it's like it was good to just like, oh, I'll just get this and I can at least farm neutrals faster because they're attacking me and they're getting damaged the whole time. So they nerfed his farming ability, which sucks. Dagger of Ristul, returning of the Tier 1 neutral artifact. Active Imbrue, increase attack damage by 25 for 8 seconds. Health cost 100, cooldown 30 seconds. That could help you farm if you have some kind of help mechanism or fight. 25 damage isn't a joke. 100 health isn't a joke either. It's a tier 1 item, so you're gonna have like 1,000 HP or 1,200 HP on like a lot of cores or like a low HP people early. So sacrificing 100 health is kind of a lot. But damage is always good, so we'll see. Order's Kit, new tier 1 artifact. When this item is off cooldown, the wearer can see trees that can be foraged. Standing next to one of those trees for 1 second will give the wearer one of the following items. Cooldown 6 seconds. Tree reveal radius 1200 units. All items except for bag of gold are placed in the inventory if there are slots available and can stack up to 5 times per slot. Possible items. Ironwood Nut. Passively provides +3 movement speed. Grants 1 primary stat when consumed. +4 all stats for universal heroes. What? Is this like a permanent upgrade? You just eat those. I would always get this artifact and just keep eating those. Maybe over 3 minutes, because the 60-second cooldown, you can get 3, or in 5 minutes you can get 3 but +3 stats, which is like a freaking wraith band or something. Crazy item. Not a full wraith band, but slippers of agility. Tomakin ring cap passively provides +2 intelligence. Can be consumed to instantly grant a target 50 plus 5% of their maximum mana. It's like a mango. I think they just do. Why are they introducing all these items and stuff that's just gonna make it confusing? What did they have? What did they do? They mango? No, they Tomakan ring capped to get mana back on the Medusa. It's like kind of confusing. Vital Toadstool passively provides +2 damage. Can be consumed to grant a target 1% max health regeneration for 10 seconds. If the unit is attacked by an enemy hero or Roshan, the bonus is lost. Bag of Gold provides 30 gold to the wearer. Don't need to be picked up. Don't need to be picked up. Doesn't need to be picked up. Don't need to be picked up. Sounds like I wrote it. Possessed Mask, returning as a tier 1 neutral artifact. Passive lifesteal. Attacks heal for 5 health. 5 health? Like, it's not 5%, it's just 5 health. It's so bad, bro. Each attack, you attack 5, 10, 15, 20 health. While you get hit for 40. I don't know about that. Stone Feather Satchel, tier 1 artifact. This is kind of cool. At least you can get some permanent stuff. But maybe this is for a period or something that's primary stat. I don't know. I mean, who doesn't want primary stats for free? I would always want to get that. Stone Feather, especially if it's permanent, if it lasts. Stone Feather Satchel, tier 1 neutral, new tier 1 artifact. Toggle Transmogrify. Activate to switch the contents of the satchel between feathers or rocks. No mana cost. Cooldown 6 seconds. Okay. Pound of Feathers. Increases movement speed by 12 and distance of forced movement effects on yourself by 30%. Pound of Rocks. Increases armor by 3 and decreases distance of forced movement effects by 30%. So you can get +3 armor if you don't care about movement. If you're not like a forced movement. I don't know what forced movement is. Does it count as blinking? Probably not. Does it count as rolling boulder for ES? Does it count as force staff? Force staff for sure. Forced movement. So it's like, are you going to have a force staff and a tier 1 neutral artifact? I don't know if those go along together, if you're going to farm that fast enough as a support or something. So it's pretty good that you can force staff farther. But I just don't know how that's going to work. I don't know what heroes have forced movement on them. Maybe if on yourself, it's not even by others. Even if that Earth Spirit kicks someone or something. I don't really know what hero has forced movement naturally. Weighted dice. Loaded now also increases max base damage by 6. Increases your base damage maximum by 6. This is awesome, bro. I like loaded. I like this weighted dice, and they just buffed it. When calculating your base damage or creep bounty from last hits, the value is computed 2 times and the highest value is taken. I don't know the scale of everything, but it's like you always do your max damage on last hit, helps with last hitting, help with jungling. I think this could be a jungle item, you get what I'm saying, or a carry item. You get the highest value of the gold if it rolls, so it's like you just get that little bit more extra stuff, a little bit more last hits, because you got instead of the lower value, you got the higher value. Because for some reason, like damage goes 41 to 47, so it's like when I'm last hitting with SF with loaded dice, I'll always get to hit with 47 instead of having to roll 41 or 40. Oh, it rolls 2 times and takes the higher value, so it could roll a 41 and a 42 technically. So it's not perfect, but it just gives you more chance. It's like rolling twice. It's like in D&D, that's like awesome. You get to roll twice. It's like rolling with an advantage. So it's like think that's what advantage means. You get you throw twice, and then you get the highest value. I like that. Crippling crossbow. Move from tier 4 to tier 2. That's good. How about initial damage increase from 75 to 25? Yes, it's like it always felt like at this late in the game, would I want to take this? Like mid game, early game, I might take this. You know what I'm saying? Max hobble slot decrease from 80% to 50%. Hobble's cast range decreased from 800 to 650. Hobble now also modifies incoming heal. That's cool. Like you take away the health restoration and stuff. Like imagine if you have you're an ember and you're playing with a silver spirit vessel, then you hobble them also as they're running away, and you throw the little spirit vessel on them. They might take a lot of damage. They would have like 80% reduction on stuff, or even more. Might even go. It's like 75% spirit vessel, right? Plus 40. So that's over 100. So I don't know what that means. It might just cap at 100. They're not going to be able to regen with tangles or anything. Any of their heal regen, it'll just go down to 0. So it's like that's pretty cool. Medallion of Courage, or does Doom? I think Doom doesn't stop regen. I think you can still regen. I don't know if you eat items, stuff like that. So it's like if you doom them, you could throw this on them, or if somebody's doomed. Let's look at Doom. I have no idea how Doom works, bro. Yeah, it's just damage per second. Inflicts a curse that dispels an enemy and prevents them from casting spells or healing in any way. Oh, healing anyway. Yeah, that is how it works. That's what I thought. While taking damage over time, so you can't heal anyways on Doom. So you don't need that. And it's pure damage now too, so you can't get like magic resist against him. Medallion of Courage. Returning as a tier 2 neutral artifact. Active Valor. If cast on an ally, increase their armor by 7 for 8 seconds. If cast on an enemy, decrease their armor by 4 for 8 seconds. Cannot be cast on self. Cast range 1000. Mana cost 30. Equal to 18 seconds. What the heck? Isn't this an item? This is so OP. This is like the item I never buy. It's like the old Pavis in Solar Crest. So Pavis gives them a physical damage barrier, and then that one gives them armor. Okay. All these are probably good for supports. Good support item. You learn how to cast stuff and turn fights with casting these little small buffs on your allies. It's a good thing to practice. Searing Signet. Burn through. Total damage decreased from 90 to 80. Burn through damage threshold increased from 55 to 60. So they nerfed this because everybody was getting it. Just to do 80 more damage on every single spell you cast is insane. So they nerfed that. Deeds of Serenity. I actually like this item. Returning of the tier 2 neutral artifact. Active Verdurous Dale. Place a 400 unit circle on the ground for 8 seconds. That increases health regeneration of allies inside by 8 plus 25% of the caster's health regeneration. It increases their health regeneration by 8. So they get 8 HP regen plus whatever your regeneration is. So if you have 4 regen, they're going to get plus 1 regen. That's pretty good. It just heals you up. I don't know if that's good for momentum or the way the game is played, but I like it in terms of we're in lane and we're getting harassed a lot and we're losing lane. It's like we could just sit on our tower and heal back up a little bit and go for round 2 a little bit. You could survive a little bit longer. Whisper of the Dread. Item cycled out. Oh, that sucks. The free 10% bonus damage. Spells. Cloak of Flames. Returning. Passively immolate. Burns enemy units in 375 unit radius for 40 damage per second. That's pretty good. It goes good with some heroes. Gunpowder Gauntlet. Beat the crowd. Cooldown increase from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. So they kind of nerfed it. Who knows what this thing does? I never get it. Pollinate health restoration loss increase from 30 to 50%. Pollinate now also modifies incoming heal. I should try this because it's the health regeneration thing. This is like a freaking the old Shiva. This is the spirit vessel. This is health regeneration. This is the meta. It's like, so this could counteract those tanky guys. You know, spreads pollen on all enemy units in a 700 unit radius for 9 seconds. Like this is AOE, decreasing their health restoration by 50% and dealing damage equal to 9% of their maximum health per second. What? That's insane. Like, what kind of damage this is? Look, health restoration by 50% and dealing damage equal to 9% of their maximum health per second. 9% for 9 seconds. This is an item. Imagine if it's support. You don't know what to get. Instead of getting the Stormcraft cast range one or whatever, you could just get this and just press this in a team fight and somebody might take a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what does that compare to? The spirit vessel, this item, 27, 25. 2,725 gold. And what does this do? When used against enemies, it reduces health by 4% of current health per second and reduces health rated restoration by 70%. Deals 25 damage per second. Okay, so it's stronger. It's stronger, right? But the point is, this is like an AoE version and it's free. You just pick it when you get a tier 3 artifact. So I'm going to try it and see if it really does any damage. You could even try it and should I try it right now? And like over here, like let's go in here and pretend I'm not playing a support, I'm a disruptor. I'm a disruptor, and then I have an enemy who's a big tanky boy like him. And he's an enemy, and he has 30 HP regen. So how do I add neutrals in here? Okay. Heal all neutral items. I want tier 3. Hold on. Okay, I bought that. Now I go like this. And then I press it. His thing went down to 15, his health regen. And then his... How much did I damage him? 9% of their health per second. 30,000. 10% of 30,000 is 3,000 is 300. So he should take 300 damage per second. What is it, 300 damage? He's only taking 26 damage per second. And he's just healing it back up because he has 15 health per time. So maybe he's taking 30 damage per second. Am my math wrong? 9% of their maximum health per second. 9% of 300 is 30. That's like way off. 10% of 300 is 30. 10% of 100. 10% of 10 is 1. 10% of 100 is 10. So he has 3,000 health. It should be more closer to 300 damage. Then you have to put in a magic resist. Okay, so it should be, he has 30% off, so it should be about 200 to 150 or something. So why is it only doing 26 damage is the question. And Unless this is like a 9%, as in like a 0.9% or something. You know, some weird thing on. It definitely reduced their health restoration by 50%. That was accurate. 30 to plus 30 to plus 15. 9%? Is it wrong? I don't know. I don't want to think about it anymore. 10%. Let's do 10% math. In math, if you want to do 10%, you just move the thing over like this. So we're over here, and then we just move it over like this. So it should be 291.4. Yeah, that makes sense. I must be bad at math or just not thinking right. It doesn't matter at all. It just seems. It just seems. All right, partisan sprint. New tier 3 artifact. This one's just strange. It increases spell damage against player controlled units and 9% by 9%. So that includes the player and his minions or creeps. So it's like, who is this for? Like a Zeus who's like wants to fight the Beastmaster or something. He's like, oh, I'll get that. I have 9% more damage against him and his boars, or like against a brood mother and her spiderlings. Like 9% damage. Is that really worth tier 3? And maybe Lone Druid Bear. But it's like magic damage. It's like not like all damage. It's like, well, I'm going against Lone Druid's Bear. I'll take this as a PA and try to, maybe I can just kill it fast or something. Like magic damage is kind of, or it's just spell damage actually. So it could be pure damage or physical damage. This is spell damage. So that could be, I don't know, some heroes. I don't know. It just doesn't seem that good. Serrated shift. Good. I'm cool down. But this is probably like broken in pro games because they always care about how to kill the creeps efficiently, or the player controlled units, whatever you call them, the boars, the things. That's like a big deal in their type of game. So this is probably an option. Serrated shift. Cut him to cooldown increase from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Spell Slinger, new tier 3 artifact, passive salvo. Whenever you cast a spell, 20% of the spell's mana cost is restored over 10 seconds. Whenever you cast a spell, 20% of the spell's mana cost is restored over 10 seconds. Tick rate, 2 seconds. Mana recovery duration cannot be modified. That's not bad. Spell Slinger just means you get more mana, 20% discount over time. Yeah, that's okay for a lot of heroes who use a lot of mana. Stormcrafter, returning as a tier 3 neutral artifact. Passive, Bottled Lightning. Every 6 seconds zaps up to 2 enemies within 700 units, slowing them by 40% for zero point 0.4 seconds and dealing 70 magic damage. So it's like your razor. You get to zap people and slow them. I don't like these items that just do like what other heroes already do, because it just takes away their uniqueness. Like they got rid of the facets to give the heroes identity and a uniqueness. So I feel like you shouldn't then have items, a lot of items and spell and neutral items that can do replicate like what other heroes can do. Conjurer's Catalyst, new tier 4 artifact. Passive, Spellover. Every 100 spell damage dealt to an enemy deals damage to their surrounding allies in a 300 unit radius. Hero targets deal 40 damage to their allies. Other targets deal 15 damage. Okay, so if you're Lesh and you go deal 100 damage to somebody, their allies around them will also take 40 damage on top of it. But Lesh is AoE, so we don't know how that spellover works. Like, do they spell over onto each other and multiply with that? This could be like a Lesh, very good Lesh item or something. Dandelion Amulet, returning of the tier 4 neutral artifact. Passive, magical damage block. Blocks 300 magical damage from instances over 75 damage. Cooldown 12 seconds. It's pretty good. I wish I got a tier 1 item in lane. That would be better. It's like you survive lane somehow. Enchanter's Bauble, tier 4 artifact. Passive, enchant. Increases bonuses of the item's neutral enchantment by 15%. Every time you craft this item again, the bonus increases by 40%. You can select any enchantments during recraft, and bonus will still keep increasing as long as you keep Enchanter's Bauble. I don't know what this means. Is this... Oh, this is like the Dormant Courier? Like the new Dormant Courier or something? Or a late game version of it? Or is it the other way around? It boosts these neutrals? What is it? I don't know what it does. Items neutral enchantment. So let's go down here. Is this called neutral enchantments? Didn't really say it. Yeah, enchantment changes. These are the enchantments. So it just buffs those again, but kind of seems like it's late game. Morphic Mandible. Bonus magic resist. Okay, 50% magic resistance. Pretty okay. Enter into an insect form for 5 seconds, increasing magic resistance by 50% and movement speed by 15%. While an insect, your size has decreased and your armor is reduced by 45%. So you're sacrificing some stuff for you're sacrificing armor for magic resist. I don't like things that have a downside. I was like, why do I never get this? It's probably that reason. I don't want to have a downside to it. Prophet's Pendulum, new tier 4 artifact. Passive, Linger. 30% of damage taken is delayed over 5 seconds. Damage ticks every 1 second and is lethal. That's nice. This is like Death Prophet's facet. Well, she doesn't have the facet anymore. Battle Cage. Reverberate damage threshold increase from 180 to 220. We're almost there. These ones left. Harmonizer, new tier 5 artifact. Passive, Balance. Grants 5% mana cost reduction for every hero ability off cooldown and 6% spell amplification for every spell on cooldown. Passive, Balance. Grants 5% mana cost reduction for every hero ability off cooldown and 6% spell amplification for every spell on cooldown. Okay, so your first spell is gonna have like, since all 4 of your spells will be on cooldown, it's gonna have like a 20% mana cost reduction. Then the more you cast, the more spells are gonna do amplified. So item spells are affected by both effects. However, item cooldowns don't affect Harmonizer's buff. But what do they affect? The buff counts only current abilities that have cooldown, even if it's a passive. Invoked abilities and sub abilities don't count when they're hidden. Rift Shadow Prism. Refract health cost. I mean, this is just going to be casters can use this and get bonus damage, probably. That's about it. It's like, and spell cost. It's like, yeah, who wouldn't want this? If you're a caster, you get that one. If you're, or if you need defense, get this one. Something like that, yeah. Rift Shadow Prism. Refract health cost decrease from 10% to 8%. Did they used to have this or something? I've never seen this item. Refract incoming damage decrease from 240 to 200%, 240% to 200%. Spend 8% recurrent life total to create a full health illusion that lasts. Oh, it's the illusion one. That lasts for 20 seconds. The illusion has 50% outgoing damage and takes 200 incoming damage. So they buffed it to make it a little bit better. Yeah, it's an artifact. It's a illusion. Illusions are kind of strong. They could do stuff. Push. They could scout. They can bait spells. It's not the worst thing in the world. Spider leg skitter duration increased from 10 seconds to 14 seconds. You can see 20 bonus move speed, 50% improved turn rate, and free pathing for 14 seconds. Walking over trees causes them to be destroyed. It's not a bad item. It used to be great because I think it came with move speed. Now you can get move speed with anything, so I have to get it. Witchbane, returning as a tier 5 neutral item. Active Cleanse. Apply basic spell on all units in a 300 unit radius. Cast range 500. Mana cost 150. Cooldown 40 seconds. Passive Subjugate. Your attacks deal bonus magical damage equal to 4% of the target's max mana. That's not that bad. I don't know about the spell, the damage or whatever, but dispel, you can just dispel yourself for free if you need it, or your team, you know. Enchantment changes, but as it comes so late, people are already going to have Greaves and other stuff. Tier 5 is it? There's going to be a lot of other dispels. Enchantment changes. Number of enchantment choices increase from 4 to 5 for tier 2 to 5. Enchantments are no longer randomized. Now options are based on your hero's primary attribute, with some enchantments available to all heroes. Tier 1, all heroes. Quickened, Vital, Strength, Brawny, Tough, Agility, Alert, Brawny, Intelligence, Mystical, Tough. Okay, they're just listing the stuff you can get. Oh, they're saying like all heroes Quickened and Vital. Strength, you get Brawny and Tough. So if you're a strength hero, you're gonna get Brawny and Tough. These ones were removed. I don't like memorize these. I don't know. Quickened. Now it's guaranteed tiers 1 to 4 option for all heroes. Movement speed, mana, and evasion. Quicken is all heroes. Vital is all heroes. Two health regen. Okay. Ronnie's for strength and intelligence heroes or agility heroes. Tough. Tough is for strength and intelligence heroes. Interesting because agility already has armor. I guess they don't need it. Alert. Agility and universal. The strength heroes can't get that. Mystical, intelligence, and universal. So that's cool. Universals can get these two, but they can't get any of these or something, or these two. Greedies for all heroes 2 to 3. Crude. Strength heroes only. The agility heroes get movement, speed, and damage to lose health regeneration. I don't know about that. It's not that awesome. Keen-eyed intelligence heroes. Okay, that makes sense. Titanic. Why do they have negative? I hate negatives. Now it's guaranteed option for universal heroes only. Heroes change from 4 to 5 to 2 to 4. Okay, base attack damage. Are they doing like the scales? I don't know what these scales are. Oh, it's like it's available from 2 to 4. So at level 2, you get 8%, 10%, and a minus 10% attack speed. Why would a universal hero want less attack speed? But more damage. Status resist. I don't know about this one. So you get these things timeless, all heroes. Evolved, all heroes. Fleet footed, all heroes. Moon speed, good. Vampire, all heroes, cool. Bulking, strength heroes only. Okay. Audacious. Agility heroes only, that's cool. I like it being categorized. Feverish, 15% cooldown reduction, so mana cost less increase. Manic, universal heroes. It's alright. Creep changes I don't really care about, if there's any big ones. These are just like damage hits. Damage increased, damage decreased. Alright, boys. Abaddon is thinking about being a core hero for me. He can already go in the offlane, obviously, but it's one of my safe laners, so I'm liking what I see. You get cooldown, better cooldown from 80 seconds, 65 seconds at max. You get my Q does more damage. My death, remember Death Knight DK, his Miscoil. That you want to use that again. You know what I'm saying? I want that to be the main spell. So that got increased. This got increased because you can catch up to this. Oh, that's why level 20 is 0.5 per level. I was saying it's only 10% higher, but it takes twice as long to get there. So it's 20 levels. Okay, that's I get that because health restoration reduction is so OP. So it's like I'm not complaining about that. He gets the Curse of Awareness DPS earlier at level 10, which is nice, but it is lower. So is it a buff or a nerf? I don't know. But we get minus 10 seconds borrowed time cooldown. So this could be at 55 seconds. In and out of fights, having your ulti back up. It's like a mixed bag, but overall, I like it. So, I can't wait to try them. Plus, he got some good items. Echo Saber is kind of cool with you can latch on to trees now and try to escape with that. Why don't we try that? Let's try it real quick. Come in here in this place, level to max. The Echo Saber. get the upgrade and then come over here. Can I latch onto this? Yeah. That wasn't that cool. I'm running away, I'm running away. Hey, I gotta get there. It's like that could save you in a fight, just get out of there. Or just to move around the map. But it has a cooldown. Why do I attack so fast? It has a cooldown, so you can't use it to travel the map that fast. But for escaping and stuff in fights, it could be a little neat trick. But it also could be useless and stupid, so we'll try it out. Agnum Scepter now also increases base gold and max bonus gold per kill by 6 per melted Agnum Center. But I don't know what that means. What? Are we gonna have to start playing Alk? I like stuff that increases his gold. So if I go to base gold now, what is it at? 22218. So if I give Ags and then I have an ally, give it to that guy. I have this. Max skill. It says max 24. 24. So does this one. Oh, it says 18. Okay, so does that mean he comes over here? 39 gold. 44. 49. Why doesn't it display the like plus anymore? I'm not seeing the max gold. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, it seems the same. It seems the same. Maybe these aren't like real creeps or something, so they don't really add it. Why don't I try these? Can I move out? No, it's not increasing. Why isn't it increasing? Something I have to do or something? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. It's, I have to try it once as an offlaner. I have to try it once because I might just get super rich and be super carry too at the same time. Even though it's stupid, but I have to try it one time. Movement slow per stack increased from 2 to 3.5 to 2.5 to 4. Okay, buffed. Base attack damage reduction per stack increased from 2 to 3.5 to 2.5 to 4. Buffed a little bit again. Like very minuscule buff, but hey. Increase the radius of the stun. Level 15 talent damage per Grievel's greed stack increased from 2.5 to +3. Level 15 talent acid spray grants armor to allies replaced with +1 corrosive weaponry slow damage reduction per stack. You could get more debuff or you could get more damage per stick. Grivel's Greed Stack. Grivel's Greed Stack. Okay. So this is corrosive weaponry. Alchemist coats his weapons and powers his spells with an acid that applies a stacking slow and base attack damage reduction to enemies hit. Attacks apply 2 stacks, and stable concoction applies 1 stack per second of root time. Up to 5 stacks, and that means of that. Max stack 7, 10, 13, 16. Debuff duration 4 seconds. So if you have 10 stacks at max level 4, you can slow their movement by 40%. And their damage by 40%. Oh, okay. So where does the Grievel's Greed attack damage stack come from? Oh, this is Grievel's Greed. Where did it say you get bonus damage from Grievel's Greed? Oh, that's his ult. Or his ags. He gets bonus damage from. Does he get bonus damage from Alchemist? From this Grievel's Greed itself is innate. Alchemist synthesizes additional gold from his enemies and bounty runes. With each kill, Alchemist earns base bonus gold and extra bonus gold. If Alchemist kills another unit which yields gold within the next 40 seconds, an additional instance of extra bonus gold is added to the total. Additionally, causes bounty runes to yield more gold. So this is the same Alchemist. You kill a creep, the next creep gives you plus 4 gold. Then you kill that creep, or another creep, that creep gives you plus 8 gold. Then you kill another creep, that creep gives you plus 10 gold, then plus 12, plus 16, or whatever, all the way to plus 18. Then you could kill 5 creeps in a row, it'll give you all of them, will give you plus 18. It's like a momentum based stacking gold. And that had nothing to do with damage. So the only thing that has to do with damage, I think, is this Agnum Scepter. And are you telling me that you have to go all the way to the Agnum Scepter and gift it to an ally just to receive like plus 6 Gravel's Greed damage? Is that what they're telling me here? Maybe I need another ally. Let's remove this guy. Maybe it's like bugging out. Okay, let's lower her to max. Let's get Ags. Let's go like this. So I get 25 bonus damage. I add another one. Do another ally. Now I have 2. Now I have 50 bonus attack damage. No, it didn't give me any bonuses. I think there's some kind of bug going on that they're supposed to give me more money per each hit killed. So the only time he gets damage is from here, from his axe. So my question is plus 25 here, but it doesn't say that. Alchemist melts down Agnum Scepter to grant an allied hero all Aghanim Scepter upgrades. Alchemist will gain bonus damage and 6 additional base and max Grievel's Greed extra gold for each melted scepter. But it doesn't say how much damage on there, but it's 25. So they should say it on there. And then why is this here saying talent damage per Grievel's Greed stack increased from plus 2.5 to plus 3? It's saying damage per Grievel's Greed stack. So I think what's going on is that it's not showing, but the Grievel's Greed stack improves your damage too. Or they misworded and they mean gold. Because it's not for. I don't think they can, unless they mean this grievous greed. They mean the ags. So is it like, are they trying to say you get 25 instead of getting, like, what kind of talent would that be? Instead of getting 25 bonus damage, you get 28? I doubt that's the case. I doubt there's a something we're not seeing here. I think something that we're not seeing here in the demo that's not showing. Maybe you get bonus gold per grievous greed stack too. If you increase these the greed stacks where you hit the creeps and they increase your gold. But it would say that on there. It would also say +2 damage per stack or something. It doesn't say damage per stack. So this is all weird. So we'll have to test in a real game and just see what happens. Remove Death Rhyme innate ability. This is so confusing, but you can get Death Rhyme stacks. I hope it's a little bit more straightforward now. New innate ability passive improves with ancient apparition level. When ancient apparition deals magic damage with his abilities, affected enemies are chilled for 4 seconds, reducing their movement speed by 2% per stack. If the target is an enemy hero, debuff also reduces their strength by 0.1 plus 0.1 per 3 levels. Each instant stacks and has independent duration. Upgraded with Agnum Scepter. Increases base strength production by 0.3%. It seems like the same thing. You move speed and then erode their HP pool from their strength reduction. Cold Feet now deals 20, 40, 60, 80 damage per second. I wonder what it was before. Oh, it used to do like rhyme stacks or something. So they had to give all these normal values. Ice Vortex now these 40 damage per second at max level. And this slows movement speed by 8%. I like that. And it increases your magic damage, but I like how straightforward it is. Chilling Touch. Mana cost decrease from 45 to 60 to 35. Agnum Scepter no longer reduces mana cost. Ice Blast now deals 12, 24, 36 damage per second instead of those rhyme stacks or whatever. So I'm not going to read the talents and all that, but I just see it says axe. Okay, it still removes the cooldown and does the bone chill. So he still plays the same. He still has his chilling touch if you want to, and he still can do the other stuff. Ice Blast. Anti-Mage, here we go. We did a bad and we had okay news. It wasn't nerfed, it was kind of bust. Anti-Mage, playable. Base armor increased by 1. Playable. She's playable now. Let's go. Playable. Come on, we just want playable. Persecutor no longer levels with Mana Void. Min movement slow rescales from 12.5 to 20% to 12% plus 0.5. Okay. Don't really care about what all this is. Movement slows. Okay. You can slow people if they're low on mana. But they have to be below 50% mana. Mana Break. Effectiveness. They changed their axe, I guess. Let's hope it's for good axe. Effectiveness, when applied by illusions, decreased from 50% to 25%. Now upgraded with Agnum Scepter. Increases max mana burned per hit by an additional 1.5%. What? That used to be a talent. That's not worth the axe. Okay, that's not fancy or good or anything. It's like all these weird side grade things. Blink. Cast range would scale from 750 to 1200, from 8 to 875 to 1100. Oh, that sucks. Who cares about level 1 blink? I usually level that up fast anyways, just to survive. So now we have a shorter blink from camp to camp, from team to team. Oh, cooldown decreased. Hold on, it's good. 12 to 6 seconds, from 10.5 to 6 seconds. That sucks because I guess they don't want you. They're giving you options. Just take it level 1 and be fine with that. 10.5 seconds, 6 seconds. I mean, maybe because it's like it's a little bit closer now. 10.5 seconds. It's such a shorter. I thought the cooldown might be less to 5 seconds, so you can just blink more faster. That's kind of a nerf. Mana cost increased from 50 to 65, 60 to 50 mana cost. Agnum Scepter no longer decreases cooldown by 1 second. Counter spell. Magic resistance decreased from 16, 24, 32 to 40% to 14, 21, 28, 35%. Oh man. They reduce your magic resistance? Or his magic resistance? That sucks. Duration increased from 1.2 to 1.3 seconds. A little bit good better. Mana Void cooldown increased from 70. Why are they nerfing this hero? This hero is already not that good. Barely good. Cooldown increased from 70 seconds to 185 70 seconds. Radius decreased from 500 to 440 50 50. Damage for 1 mana missing rescaled from 0.8, 0.91, 5, 1.1 to 1. Okay, so it's a little bit stronger at level 1, but 100-second cooldown is crazy. Talent 1% max mana burn replaced with 0.2 mana void damage multiplier, 0.2 mana void multiplier rescaled with 150 cast blink range. Let's see them all there. 200 blink cast range replaced with, okay, so it's 50 plus off that plus. But 1 second cooldown. But you're going to take the 50 seconds off the mana void cooldown always. But it's still 70 seconds, so then you have a 20-second mana void. The stun, okay, I would always take the cast range now. That way, I guess you can get the max mana void damage and the blink cast range. That's how it would go. Blink cast range, mana void cooldown, and then mana void multiplier, and then mana void radius. Unless I was really struggling, I needed a 3 regen, but 3 regens for so low. It should be 5 regen or something. And then you're like, how could I skip that? But 3 regen, it's like versus your ulti, which can, you know, be AoE. It's so valuable. Okay, pretty disappointing. It's like a side upgrade, but he got nerfed rather than any buffs. I would call this nerfs. I would call these huge nerfs. He got nerfed pretty hard. I mean, even his magic resistance as an anti-mage is less. Sucks. Kind of sucks, to be honest. Arc Warden. Strength gain decreased from 2.4 to 2.2. Agility decreased from 3.2 to 7. Damage gain per level decreased. Base movement speed increased. Runification Vision no longer grants the regeneration rune buff upon activating any rune. I didn't even know it did that. This guy, I saw this guy in lane with me one time at mid, and he just did a magnetic field over the rune or near the rune, and then it just pulled it to him and then absorbed it, and he got the effects of it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. But it was very annoying. What am I supposed to do about that? Passive ability. Is this his like is that his like innate? Okay, that's the innate runic confusion. Runes of power fused to the self. Arc Warden gains 1.5 all attributes permanently whenever Arc Warden or the Tempest double activates the power rune. Wow, he gets 1.5 all attributes permanently. So it's like that's something we should fight against. If you're playing against him, you gotta contest runes. Because he's gonna be going for those runes. It's like I didn't know that. I would just like go ahead and get the rune, bro. Magnetic field. The field now also pulls runes, and automatically activates the ones that are inside. Rune pull force 100. Rune pull radius 800, 1200, 600, 2000. So they're trying to make him a freaking mid laner with all this rune stuff. Because what's the point of all this if you go and save lane? I guess he was always a mid laner. Yeah, he's always a mid laner. But yeah, that's why he's just a mid laner. Spark race. Slow duration increased from 0.5 to 0.8 seconds, 0.7 to 1 seconds. So it slows you. No longer upgraded with Agno Shard. Tempest Double. Golden XP bounty rescaled from 180 to 300 to 70 plus 10 per level. Gold and XP bounty. Instead of 300 gold at max level, we'll call it, and 300 XP, I guess, 70 to 10 plus max level. Or 10 per level. So at level 10, it'll be 170. Okay. Now upgraded with Agnum Shard. The Tempest Double is infused with the bonuses of Arcane, Invisibility, and Haste Runes for 12 seconds. These bonuses don't provide runic infusion stacks. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you just get your shard, and then your guy already has Invisibility, Arcane, and Haste Rune. That's like a cool, unique kind of hero. They're cooking with the hero to make him feel unique. And he can go around ganking or something at level 6. Instead of his farming split push builds or whatever. 50 plus 50% spark rage damage replaced with 200 spark rage plus 200 spark rage damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh, that's at level 20. So level 25 stuff. Minus 1.1 second spark activation delay replaced with 30 plus 30 second spark rate duration. Oh, that's a long time. But it's at level 25. Tempest Double has no penalties replaced with 1.5 runic infusion. All attribute bonuses applies retroactively. Did it not apply retro? What does retroactively mean? How can you get rune retroactively? I don't understand that. Oh, it gives. It's not saying. It's not. It's plus 1.5, so it takes it to plus 3 all attributes. So instead of getting it now, you get all the ones you've collected. They all get upgraded to plus 3 basically. Okay, that's pretty good. So you can know if you had a good game and you got a bunch of runes, you could say, "Oh, I'll get that one." If you didn't, then you can just go for the spark rate duration. Cool. Axe removes Code of Blood innate ability. One man army now Axe's innate ability increases axe strength by 50% of his armor. As long as there are no allied heroes within a 700 radius of him, the effect fades over 3 seconds after an ally walks within range. Coaling Blade. Now each hero killed made with Coaling Blade provides a permanent stack, which provides 1.5, 2 armor depending on the current level of Coaling Blade. That's cool. They just moved his facets into his build. Into his build in some way. Bane. Strength decreased. Strength gain decreased. I don't know if we have to go through every hero, all these supports and stuff. We can just scan it just to see if there's any unique things. Decrease, decrease, decrease. So he got a little small buff, 2.7 to 2.5, I mean nerf on all his stats and stuff. Damage gain per level decreased, and then attack range increased. A core of Niktasha. Ability reworked. Every time Bane kills an enemy hero or they die under the effects of any debuff applied by Bane, they receive a terror for the rest of the game. Each terror stack decreases the enemy's status resistance to all Bane's debuffs by 5%. Max terror stacks per hero 5. 5 times 5 is 25%. That's kind of cool. Yeah, his all his spells get stronger, I guess, against each. It's, it's out there. It's like a unique thing. It's not. It's not. It's not. He doesn't get it permanently. It's just that specific hero. But it could work if you throw a Q on a PA, and then your team kills her. It's like, okay, a couple times. It's not like that Q is gonna last 10% longer. So it's just a duration, right? Each terror stack decreases the enemy's status resistance. Status resistance is just how long that thing lasts. So it just lasts longer. It's okay. Nightmare. Now unit vector target spell. Sleeping units walk in Bane's chosen direction at a speed of 110. Can be put on all casts to disable sleepwalking behavior. I think that means you just walk them in a direction instead of just nightmaring them. Batrider. Firefly now also provides an increasing movement speed bonus that reaches its maximum of 12, 18, 20, 30% at the end of Firefly's duration. Okay, so they got rid of whatever he was doing. I don't even know. He had his bonus Q damage with his napalm or something and some other stuff. Or he also had like Firefly burns you and does more damage to you to get more damage or something. But now it's just a neutral. He just flies a little bit faster. Okay. Level 10 talent. I don't really care about this, but they play Batrider a lot of pro matches, so they'll just see if like people still take them or ban them, and you're like, why? It's like, oh, I guess they changed its level 10 talent. Plus 50 flame break knockback, just in case. Plus 50 flame break knockback distance replaced with plus 1 second smoldering resin duration. Okay. Plus 50 sticky napalm radius replaced with plus 5 firefly movement, max movement bonus speed. 8 seconds flaming lasso cooldown replaced with 0.5 sticky napalm movement slow. 20 movement speed replaced with 30 firefly damage per second. That's pretty good at level 15 plus 30 damage. It's 100 right there at max level, so it'd be 130. Plus 4 seconds smoldering resident duration replaced with attacks apply 1 stack of sticky napalm. Plus 10 sticky napalm damage replaced with 0.75 flaming lasso duration. So he didn't get nerfed or buffed, or not that I know of. I don't know what any of this means, but it doesn't seem like he got nerfed or buffed or changed that much. Just a couple of talents, like nothing. But his nerf, this thing about these nerfs and stuff. Their nerfs and buffs. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a buff, but their nerf would be that they lost access to their facet. That was the busted point. So we'll see. Remove rugged innate ability. That sucks. Like his thing was he doesn't take that much damage from creeps. Inner Beast now an innate ability. Bonus attack speed change from 10 to 70 to 7 plus 3 per level. Bonus attack speed. Inner Beast now an innate ability. Oh, you don't get the 10 to 70, 10, 30, 50, 70. Now you get 7 plus 3 per level. So at level 10, you're going to have 37 attack speed. Okay, it's Inner Beast. And that's for Beastmaster and his controlled units, of course. Wild Axis. Damage per axe increased from 30, 65, 100, and 135 to 40, 80, 120, and 160. Damage per axe increased. Okay, he got buffed to this guy. Damage amp per stack decreased from 6%, 9%, 11%, 13% to 5, 6%, 7, and 8%. So he got nerfed heavily on the damage amp per stack. So that's why they had to buff the base damage. Okay. Now upgraded with Agnum Shard. Beastmaster's attack on enemy heroes also applied the Wild Axis debuff of its corresponding level. illusions of Beastmasters don't apply wild axes stacks. That's a great shard. His auto attacks. What? That seems broken. His auto attacks also apply the wild axis debuffs. This is a damage amp per stack. So if you just auto attack them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're gonna be 5 times 8. 5 times 8. Thinking 40 off the top of my head, but that doesn't sound right. Yeah, 40. So they're going to be doing 40%. You're going to be doing 40% damage amp against them just on 4 or 5 attacks, which is a long time, you know. But I'm just saying, for example, if you go like a right click build or something. Summon Razorback. Call the Wild Boar renamed to Summon Razorback. Boar's armor increased by 1%. Boar attack damage increased from 25, 40, 55, 70 to 30, 45, 60, 75. They just buffed this boar. I might be able to even play it now. Summon Raptors. Call the Wild Hawk renamed Summon Raptors. Now it's a separate leveled ability. Oh, separate leveled ability. That sucks. That's why they buffed it, because it's a whole ability. Because they changed this to innate, then they have this, this, and this. That sucks. Because now you have to level up 2 things just for these creep management, these freaking summon management. Cooldown decreased from 45 seconds to 30 seconds to just flat 30 seconds. Dive damage increased from 50, 80, 110, 140 to 60, 95, 130, and 165. The damage increased. Root duration increased. So they buffed them. Oh, it's still up to 1 second, so it's just a little bit better at the low levels. 0.025 went up to 0.4. Hawks are now invisible whenever Beastmaster is invisible or affected by Smoke of Deceit. They do not attack while invisible. Now summons 2 Hawks by default with 0.75 delays between them. Hawks will now prioritize Beastmaster's current attack target when selecting their dive target, no longer upgraded with item shards. That's pretty good. These guys are stronger. Maybe he's gonna go offlane now. Back to offlane. I mean, I don't know if he can go mid. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe his axes. We're waiting for the drums of slalom, but I guess they didn't even change drums of slalom. It's like, did this guy seem better, or am I stupid or something? They're buffing all this stuff, and he just doesn't have that innate. Who cares about that innate like creeps? Like, you know, lane creeps don't do that much damage to him or something, or he could farm better or easier because they do like half damage. He has like a damage block. Is that important? Maybe, but I thought they would nerf the drums of slalom. But I think because it's such important to his character that they're just like, we'll keep that. That's like a unique thing. He has a unique axe. Why would we nerf that and get rid of it? We don't want to just nerf everything that's decent, you know? Which I'm thankful for. Keep him the same. 5-second call the ball cooldown replaced with +5 armor. Inner beast attack speed replaced with 200 primal roll cast range. Yeah, it seems okay. Especially in if you play him differently. It doesn't seem like just totally useless hero now or something. I thought, you know, he was like one of the heroes of the patch, you know, Tree and him and stuff. So it's like I thought they would try to nerf something, but they didn't come that hard. They just changed them. So it'd be interesting to go watch one of those other YouTubers and hear what they think of it. So I could see like what's like BSJ, what is the, you know, at the upper bracket, like what did they think of all this stuff? Is it like he's a dead hero now or something? Bloodseeker, Sanguivore, max health heal change from 1.5% plus 1.5 per level up to 1.5 per level. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what any of this does, so I'm not gonna get into it. Blood Rage, now a no target ability that affects only Bloodseeker. Okay. I like that it only affects him because it was less confusing. You could cast it on other people, you could cast it on enemies, I think. What am I doing here? Playing this guy? This will read Sangobor. Bloodseeker restores some life when he kills a unit equal to 30 health plus a percentage of the unit's max health. Restores for half values if any kills, if an ally kills a nearby enemy hero. Max health heal. So he just heals off creeps and stuff like he always used to do and off heroes. But any unit is 30 health plus a percentage of the unit's max health, 1.5%. What is it up to? That's why I'm so confused. It's like 1.5% plus 1.5% per level, up to 1.5 per level. That's lower than this. Because yeah, the base 1.5, so I don't get what it means up to. I don't know what that means. It's just basically they just changed it to 1.5 per level. Bounty Hunter, big game hunter ability rewards. Bounty Hunter receives 50% more kill and assist gold. Hunter receives 50% more kill and assist gold if the dying enemy hero is a big game. If an enemy hero is considered a big game if they are one of the top 3 net worth heroes on the enemy team. Come on, man. How are we supposed to know that, track that, or even pay attention to that? Bounty Hunter has a list of heroes that are currently considered a big game, accessible by pressing a special button over the innate. Okay, goes over there and presses it. These heroes will also have a debuff that points out that they're among these 3 heroes. Debuff is visible only to Bounty Hunter and his allies. I don't want to see that with Bounty Hunters on my team. The PA got a freaking deer symbol over her head or something. Like, that's kind of dumb. It's a little bit too much, you know? It's like, so this guy playing his own mini arcade game over here, big game hunter. Kind of stupid. Gold still increased from 12 to 36 to 15 to 36. Shinada Shadow Walk now grants 8 to 20% bonus movement speed when active. Also applies to friendly shadow. Track no longer grants 12 to 20% bonus movement speed to Bounty Hunter. No longer grants movement speed. I don't know the hero, so I don't know if this is buff. If people are pissed, his old innate was better. I don't know anything, but we'll see if, like, I think Rue played him on Spirit. There's some couple of players that played Bounty Hunter as position 4. So we'll see if that's still, if people still are picking him, or if he disappears, it'd be because he sucks. Brewmaster, Liquid Courage is some guy. You know, it's like they changed so much. It's like maybe now with just the innates, we can actually understand the heroes and learn them a little bit better, because it's like, you know, who knows what Brewmaster did. Liquid Courage, max status resist change from 10.5%, but you know, I'm playing it a little bit more these days, so I'm trying to get more into it. So yeah, I'm gonna be paying more attention to their abilities and stuff. Max status resist change from 10.5% plus 0.5 per level up to 10% plus 0.5 per level. But he just got some status resistance. 10.5 status resistance. Okay, when Brewmaster drops below 50% health, he gains a status resistant buff, and his movement speed alternates every 1 second between being faster and being slower. The effect becomes stronger at lower health, scaling from 0% up to 0 up to max values at 20% health. So when he's at 20% health, so when he's at 50% health, he's at 0. When he's at 20% health, he's at max values. So his max status resistance is 10.5. Max speed slow is 10%. Max speed increase is 30%. I don't get what the alternating thing is. It's like, just give him one of them. Is his movement speed increase or decrease? but he gets some kind of buff when he's low health. It's good to know status resistance. Boulder stun duration decreased from at max level 2 seconds to 1.8 seconds. Storm Bruising Cyclone duration decreased from 3 to 6 to 3 to 5.25. Yeah, that cyclone lasted way too long. I don't know, this drunken brawler stuff. Bristleback prickly damage and debuff duration amplification change from 10% to 4.5 plus 0.5 per level. Bristleback has bonus damage and debuff duration amp against enemy heroes that are behind him. I didn't know that. Damage, so he could just auto attack people, or he can, his quills turn his back, use his quills and stuff. Too bad he can't do anything with them behind you. Like, you can't, there's no spells you can cast or anything besides his Q. I wonder if you can Dagon backwards. But, just in theory, it's not like I would build that on him. Viscous nasal goo. Stack limit increased from 4 to 6. Now I have the same duration on all units. Used to have double duration on creeps. 12% spell lifesteal replaced with minus 25% bristleback damage threshold. Okay, I don't know if this is a buff or a nerf. Do I care that he doesn't have seeing red or whatever that much? No. Oh, that was the guy whose vision cone was shrunk. When you press seeing red, your vision cone shrunk a lot. He was like an auto attacker or something. I don't know. I think he still works with the old bristleback. Mother hero's health as heal change from this hero. I'm never gonna understand this hero. They just changed her so much. Just seems normal. Didn't get changed that much. So we could look at her innate. Whenever Broodmother kills a unit, she and all units under her control in a 600 radius receive a buff for 3 seconds that heals them for a percentage of the victim's health every 0.5 seconds. Healing from creeps is reduced by 40%. Hero health as heal is 2%. But there's somebody else who just had a heal on creeps or something. Or, yeah, Bloodseeker. She got a heal too. Centaur Warrunner. Strength gain increased from 4 to 4.2. Remove the Rawhide innate ability. I forgot what is raw. Horsepower. New innate ability. Centaur Warrunner gains 30% of his strength as bonus move speed. This movement speed bonus does not stack with bonuses from boosts. Oh, that sucks. You're just forced to go horsepower. I didn't want to go horsepower. But that's his new thing, I guess. That's why they give him more strength. It's not that bad of a nerf or anything, but it's just like I was fine buying boots, and then he got like something else, like some strength damage or something for his W. I don't remember what it was, but horsepower is what everybody used to go anyways, so it's probably the best option, and it's unique to him, so I like that. He's a horsepower centaur. He has horse hooves at least, He's like a centaur. Then he has a workhorse cart. He puts people in his cart and he runs. Then his ultimate is stampede, run, speed. So it's like it's cool that he gets his movement from his strength. Like his character development is completed. Getting more and more complete. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Chaos Knight. Removed Reigns of Chaos innate ability. This guy too, man. Who wants to read all these random things that these things do, his spells do nowadays, man? So annoying. It's like some kind of what do you call it? Not character design, but like create a character, or freaking class design like this. This class plays like this, like it's crazy. Like I'm reading some kind of water monk skill set. Like this is what the modern water monk can do. So, oh man, this is a lot of stuff to read. It used to be much simpler. This guy stuns and he has a illusion ulti. Fundamental forging. Now reworked innate ability passive. When Chaos Knight crafts a neutral item, see what I'm saying? Crafts a neutral item. What is this? Because he's chaos, so they're going chaotic. He's gonna everything. All his spells are about to be chaotic. It gets an additional random enchantment that doesn't provide negative stats. The random enchantment is selected from all available enchantments in that tier, including ones that are normally not available for strength heroes. Due to negative stats, Chaos Knights can't randomly get crude, nimble, keen-eyed, titanic, greedy, hulking, audacious, feverish, and manic enchantments. The random enchantment is different from the one used in crafting. When Chaos Knight crafts a neutral item, it gets an additional random enchantment that doesn't provide negative stats. Okay, at least it's just when he's crafting, you're gonna craft neutral items, and then you just get a bonus random one to choose from. That's about it. Does Chaos Knight need that? No. He's like he's not that utility. That's something you give to like tech use or some other hero. I don't know why. It's just like just because of his name. I'd rather they change his name to Black Knight or something. He doesn't have to do all this chaos stuff or freaking Dragon Knight. Oh, I guess there was already a Dragon Knight. You know, I'm thinking of the Black Knight from Heroes of Might and Magic. Or it could be not like I played that game that much. I just tried it out. It's pretty cool. Or he could be freaking what other kind of knights are there? Dark Knight. He's kind of like, you know, he's like a four horsemen kind of knight. Like what do you call that? Like he's like a chaos knight. He's the red knight. Red knight. He's kind of red. All his spells are red. Something like that. Reality Rift. Cooldown decrease from 18 seconds to 15 seconds at level 1, 6 seconds at max level. And then I don't even know what this does. He has like oh, it just does armor reduction. Okay, they just change it back to normal. I thought it was this thing that could silence you, that could stun you, that could disarm you, or some random stuff. So they got it back to normal. It just reduces armor reduction. Critical lifesteal increase from 24 to 60% to 30 to 60%. Got a little bit of a buff there. Agnum Scepter no longer guarantees to create an additional illusion on cast. What? That's so crazy. You can just Ags and not get a bonus? Okay, it has a passive at least. Agnum Scepter now provides a passive component to this ability. Whenever an illusion of Chaos Knight is created, there is a 50% chance to create an additional illusion under Chaos Knight's control. Bonus illusion will be under Chaos Knight's control even if other illusions were made by an enemy. I think he's worth trying. He didn't get that much of a buff or anything, but I'm saying he got a little bit of cooldown here, a little bit of critical strike increase here at first level. Same level at max level, same level at max level. And he just gets a. You think this guy's going to be different because he has a neutral item, one bonus neutral item thing? I was going to try him anyway, so I'll try him just for fun. I think I have him in my safe lanes. Yeah, I'll try more. I'm going to try him a couple times. Or one time or two times. New patch, why not? Okay. Man, we're only on C's. Yeah, crazy, bro. And there's a lot of changes to some of these guys. Holy moly. Holy moly, this is. Look at this. When you go slowly, it looks way more. There are a lot of heroes, dude. We might have to do part 1 heroes and part 2 heroes. Chen. we could skip Chen, stuff like that, but we'll read them because I'd rather read every hero for the patch so like, it's not oblivious. So it's like, oh, what did Chen do? I'd rather just do that today. I could stop stream in like half an hour, and then we could stream more tomorrow and just do it over 3 days, part 1, 2, and 3 or something. I'd rather do that rather than just not know. I'd rather know in the first week what these heroes do than over the next couple months you play, and it's not a big deal. Instead of going the whole patch and be like, what is Chen? Did Chen change? The new innate ability has both passive and active components. Yeah, that said, I think I'm gonna finish the C's, and then I'm gonna probably be done with this stream for tonight. It's getting kind of late, and I've been reading a lot, man. I'm tired of reading these spells. So look at this. Look at this word block for Chen. There's a lot to read just to know what Chen's innate does. New innate ability has both passive and active components. Improves with the game's time. It's not a hero I don't play, by the way. But I'm just saying, if the pros start playing them, and I say, okay, they like that his innate or something. When Chen responds, he is joined in battle by a zealot, a melee creep warrior with a martyrdom ability, which allows him to sacrifice himself to deal damage or heal an ally. Zealot has the same stats as the current melee creeps on his team, including super or mega form, but has 125 cast attack range. Base damage increased by 2 per Chen's levels, base health regen increased by 0.5 to 2.5, and doesn't have Runty attack type. Zealot responds after 60 seconds dead. Martyrdom ability 500 range unit target ability on a Zealot creep, targeting either an enemy or an ally unit. When cast, the creep sacrifices itself, firing a projectile at 1,000 speed at the target unit, dealing damage if it is an enemy or healing if it is an ally. Damage is 25 plus 20% of the Zealot's health at the moment of the cast, and healing 5 is 50% of these values. This ability can be cast on a controlled unit to teleport it to Chen after a 6-second delay. Self-targeting will teleport all controlled units. Mana cost 50, cooldowns 10%. Mechanics moved from Divine Favor without any changes. So you get a free creep that you could do damage with or heal your team with just at the start of the game. It just comes with Chen. He's the creep guy. He has the animals. He has the summon team. Holy Persuasion. Zealots receive the benefits from Holy Persuasion. Now may be cast on existing persuaded creeps that have not been damaged in the last 3 seconds to unsummon them. Unsummoning a unit has a global cast range, costs no mana, and sets the ability on a 3-second cooldown. Now increases all of creatures' outgoing damage by 0 to 18% instead of only increasing attack damage by 4 to 16%. So this is how he gets creeps from the jungle. He casts Holy Persuasion on them. Now he can unsummon them pretty much. And they get bonus damage. Divine Favor. Self-casting no longer teleports Chen's creeps to him. Okay, I don't know if that was better or worse. You get Zealot health and damage. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. I don't think this is a huge patch in terms of changing or reworking the heroes too much. I think they just want to remove the facets and get them back to a place of this is how the hero works. These are the facets people always chose or something, and then this is just how the hero plays now. And then we stick with the innates, and then we see if that's good enough. Like, they're not trying to like buff or rework or change and this hero's OP or anything. I think they're trying to keep it as balanced as possible till TI or something, or during this season. Like, they feel like they got a good thing going just from what I've read so far in the patch, and they just wanna nerf like Shiva's guard that was OP, a couple of those things, and then just keep it basically the same is what I'm feeling. Like Clink's, like just base movement 3 decreased by 5 because he's kind of strong. Skeleton attack speed multiplier decreased by 10%. Okay, that's a skeleton. Skeletons. So it's just his skeletons that when he presses this, he gets the bonuses. Now his skeletons get a little bit less attack speed. Deathpot's health increased from 300 to 40. They give him a buff to give 50 more health. I guess that doesn't really matter. But it's just he's basically the same. It's not huge nerfs or buffs. I don't think they want to change the meta too hard. Clockwork. Armor power. Now also allows Clockwork to consume chainmails to gain 4 plus 4 armor per chainmail consumed. So Clockwork's outgoing damage increased by 0.25 per point of armor. Clockwork can consume chainmails to permanently gain plus 4 armor per chainmail consumed. Can stack plus 4 armor. That'll give him 1% more damage from eating 1 chainmail. Let's see how much chainmail costs. Did they do any nerfs or buffs? It costs 50 gold cheaper. But 500 gold is a lot of gold. 2,000 gold. Let's say if that's, or let's say first items are usually 2,500. Like if you look at Maelstrom, 2,900. Maester, 3,100. But they just increased that price. Yeah, everything's getting expensive now. It's like inflation in the game, like in real life. Can't afford anything, bro. What the heck? What are the early game farming items supposed to be? Shadowblade 3,200, Desolator 3,500. Crystallis isn't really a farming item, but it might be. Might have to be. Okay, Diffusive Blade 2,500. That's a pretty decent early game item. Echo Saber 2,700. I'm trying to look for Battle Fury. What happened to Battle Fury? It has to be in weapons. Over here. 3,900, same. They didn't change anything. They just changed this preservance and then they changed this a little bit. And it should say that the regen or something changed. Didn't the regen go down? Maybe it didn't go down. Maybe they just adjusted it. Okay, so Battle Fury. 3,900. So if you have 2,500 and you buy these, that's 5 of them. So you can get 5% more damage, and then that's all. Or do you get the armor too? Oh, you get plus 4 armor. So you get to keep the armor. So you get like 5 times, you get 20 armor, which is good, and then you get 5% more damage. Is that good to rush or anything? No. Yeah, I don't get how it fits. It's like are you gonna rush that and just be really tanky? Or are you gonna get a blade mail first and then just add that in slowly, like in between 20 minutes and 30 minutes? Like, let me try to eat like 3 chainmails real quick to get 12 armor. Maybe that's the sweet spot or something. I don't know. Battery assault. Mana cost decrease. Okay. Power cogs. Clockwork can now move freely through the cogs, sinking them down while walking over them. Other units can also walk over sucking power cogs. They don't have the thing where they hit the cogs at you. That's I'm sure a lot of supporters used to love doing that. So you can just walk over them now, which is great. He might get into my support. I might play him as a support. Overclocking. Duration increase from, what is overclocking? Like Ags or something? So it just buffs some of his skills or something. Let's see. Yeah, that's just his axe. So you don't get that naturally. I'm gonna try him because if I could just walk over him, that was always my concern. Like I'm just trapped in here with the guy. So let's see how that works. Guess I don't need a level to max. Let's go like this. I like that. He goes up pretty fast, so let's see if I okay. Follow him. He's probably gonna move better than that. I don't know how to test it. Yeah, he can walk out too if he just follows you. So it might be countered really fast. But we'll try it. We'll try it. Cause yeah, you can just trap them in something and then go walk away where you don't have to sacrifice your life with the freaking bristleback. Like I got him, I trapped them guys for the team. And then I gotta die with them. It's like you can just walk out and go force staff out or something and go somewhere else. Remove the blue, blue heart flow, innate ability, glacial guard, new innate ability passive. A portion of the mana Crystal Maiden spends on her abilities is converted into physical barrel for 8 seconds. Barriers stack, but each instance has independent duration. This I don't understand. Mana spent to barrier is 30%. It's like, this I actually hate because it's like Crystal Maiden is the last person I'm expecting to get to see a barrier, and when it's in lane, they're just it's like a gameplay thing. They're just like we want her to be able to play in lane, and we have to give her this barrier thing so that she's useful for her team in some way. But it's like it's a free barrier. It's like it's just OP. It's like a barrier is like Crimson Guard barrier, just like one of the broke side, barriers and stuff. All this barrier mechanics are doing. It's too many barriers. I don't like all the barriers. The creeps have barriers now, and I'm trying to farm, and they're like, oh, magic barrier. It's like that's annoying. And then in lane, when they have barriers, it's just like an annoying mechanic. Everybody getting a barrier. So it's like Krista Maiden. For what reason does she have to have a barrier? She's just a wizard. She should have a freaking illusion or something, like a mirror image kind of spell or something like. But I guess that one guy has that ringmaster. She should have something. Now also passively provides Crystal Maiden with 20 to 80% mana regen amplification. Oh, that's good. At least she gets the mana regen amplification. They need to turn this global again and just let her be global aura at least instead of this barrier stuff. I mean, that's why it's like, oh, I'm losing, but hey, I'm providing my Ember with some mana or something at least, some kind of soft support. This is the soft support stuff, or like, really, bad low level supports. Like, I'm giving you my team mana. I'm not that good with the hero or something. Just playing with the barriers, it just feels so like I'm a immortal or ancient bracket support who's trading good, and how are we going to trade against the Shadow Shaman? You need a barrier. So to make her viable against these lanes, we have to give her a barrier, and then they like play their barrier games in the lane, and it's like it's annoying for a normal heroes in normal games. It's like, where is this barrier coming from? It takes you off your guard. I'm like, you don't know how it works. You don't know what is a 30% barrier. What does that mean? Mana spent to barrier. How much barrier is that? 30% of her Q. 100. Okay, so it'd be 30 damage barrier to 100 75, let's say 60, 30 to 60 damage, 30 to 50 barrier. And it's like, you know, who is she TA now? She gets to be TA because she did a barrier. Now that her and her team has barriers. It's like, I don't like it. I guess it just goes for her, but you know, she's not Crystal Maiden or she's not TA. She doesn't need a barrier. That's TA specific thing that she can do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like it. And Abaddon does a little shield, the photic shield, but yeah, I don't like it. Darkseer, Quick Wit, aggrandize, renamed to Quick Wit. Quick Wit, okay, cool. He gets his attack speed still, probably. Now also provides Darkseer +1 attack speed from each point of intelligence. Max health and mana restore base value decreased from 10% to 8.5%. Okay, so this is when he levels up. So he gets his attack speed per intelligence, and then when Darkseer levels up, he restores a percentage of his max health and mana. So they kind of nerfed him because it was 10%, so they put at 8.5%. I don't know why it still says 10% there. Oh, they replaced this plus 250 max health thing. That sucks. He's, I don't know if he's nerfed or better or whatever, but he's they just basically make you take the attack speed facet, and then that was already his innate the max health and mana restore, so he didn't change much either. Kind of got a nerf. Dark Willow. Let's get some. We need some. We either need some stuff that helps her be a support, or for the way I would play her core, I would need a cooldown for her invisibility thing, whatever you call it. Shadow Realm. I need cooldown for Shadow Realm, or Shadow Realm duration, or anything Shadow Realm. Pixie Dust. Ability reworked. Dark Willow's health regen and mana regen always have 20% amplification, which increases to 100% whenever she becomes untargetable or unvulnerable. That's cool. That's a good buff that they let you have the 20% for free, just if you're just eating a tingle and you don't want to waste your W right at that time, you know, just to do the toggle. You still get a little benefit from your innate. That's cool. Level 10 talent intelligence increased from 10 to 12. 15 talent terrorize cooldown reduction increased from 15 to 20%. Not so good, just this exact same thing, basically. A little bit of a buff though. Dawnbreaker base damage increased by 6. Damage at level 1 increased from 50 to 54 to 56 to 60. Breakdown max damage increased from 25% to 10 plus 1 level. Ooh. 10% plus 1 level. So if you're at level 10, you get to 20%. Okay, it's alright. Bonuses granted are now at their maximum for any daytime caused by Dawnbreaker's abilities for the entirety of that daytime. Now also upgraded with Agnum Scepter. Amplifies heals Dawnbreaker provides by Break of Dawn's current damage increase value. So you get like 25% bonus healing at like level 20 or level 15 or something. Max damage increase 11%. Max vision increase 20%. Current damage increase. Current vision increase. Whenever the sun comes out, Dawnbreaker gains bonus base damage and vision that decreases throughout the course of the day. If Dawnbreaker causes the day, these bonuses are at full power for the entirety of that daytime. What does it mean causes the day? What is she? Does this cause daytime now? Now causes a 6-second temporary daytime when the cast starts. There you go. So the way it's worded, it seems like you want to cast it during the daytime, so you get the max bonuses for the whole daytime. You don't want to cast it at night because it's only going to last 6 seconds. Cooldown decrease from 120 to 110. Still the same at the max level, 90 seconds. Agnum Scepter no longer increases or repulses. Okay, so she kind of got buffed. I think she feels a little bit better to play. I'm guessing. So they put the movement speed grants movement speed to ally, the hammer, the facet into her level 10 talent, which is cool. 15% max damage. Oh, that sucks. Replaced with plus 25% luminosity to critical strike damage. Okay, that's good. Talent Solar Guardian cooldown reduction increased from, but still I'd rather have the 15% damage. Solar Guardian cooldown. Oh, maybe I wouldn't. This is probably consistent. Solar Guardian cooldown reduction increased from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. 40% luminary critical strike damage. Okay, so it is a little bit of less. Is it plus 40% celestial hammer trail hammer damage? Ooh, okay, you can get 40% hammer damage at level 15. It's not that bad. But laning might be over. It's like mid game. Does that matter at that point? That should be at level 10 or something. I'd say she's okay. Started going for day. This break of down provides healing amplification equal to the current damage increases. Solar Guardian. Solar Guardian's aura follows Dawnbreaker for 2 seconds after landing. So they nerfed her Ags. So it's not this cool posting. It's just a Solar Guardian with her ult, but her heal is increased with like 20% healing bonus. So if you heal for 95, let's just say that's let's say it's 100. It's like you're gonna heal for 130 instead. Heal for 50, you're gonna heal for 60 or 70 or something. It's like okay, but it doesn't feel great that your axe is just like you're gonna do a little bit more healing. I mean, because her shard is so good anyways. Yeah, I think she's still good. I was gonna stop after C's, but now we're into D's. I think we'll start at Dawnbreaker. And we'll find out more tomorrow. Yep. See you later, guys.